Hello everyone, Victor Tanzik here, and welcome to Greetings and Salutations. Well, it's certainly been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? I apologize for that, but I'm sure you can understand why. After all, in addition to real-life concerns, I was also hard at work on my Stories of War mini-series that was recently released. And it should come as no surprise that will be the main focus of today's video. So if you haven't seen it yet, stop watching this video now because there will be spoilers. Okay, if you're still here, let's get stuck into it. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who watched it, who liked and commented. The feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. It was better than I thought it would be. Likewise of my Stories of War mini-series itself, because I don't mind telling you that I went through some severe cases of frustration, writer's block, technical issues, incompetence on my part, and just an overall lack of motivation in certain cases. And I was really worried at one point that my mini-series wouldn't be up to my absurdly high standards. But, like I said, I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and clearly you guys are too. Of course, it should come as no surprise I wasn't aiming for 100% historical accuracy with this. And of course, there were some comments that did point out some of the historical inaccuracies, which I don't mind in the slightest. I mean, it's always great to see people paying a close attention to history, and those who did critique the inaccuracies in my series, thank you very much for that feedback, and also for not being nasty about it. It's very, very refreshing. And that brings me to another matter regarding my mini-series, which was the use of Sudrian, or Sudric as it's apparently called. And that also reminds me, I meant to address this topic in my last Greetings and Salutations video when Season 2 wrapped, but it just slipped my mind. In both instances, a lot of people were actually asking, was that actually Sudrian or Sudric? I'm just going to call it Sudrian. I hope you guys don't mind. Was my use of Sudrian real? Where did I learn it? And where can you learn it? Well, the thing is, it's not actually Sudrian. You see, what I did was I just jumped onto Google Translate and I typed in one word at a time and I had it translated to Welsh. And from there, I just modified the spelling and the pronunciation of the various words. And I'm very, very pleased with the end result. And with regards to Stories of War in general, I don't know why, but there appears to be some confusion or some lack of clarity as to whether it is or isn't canon to my overall series. Well, I'm going to answer that definitively. Yes, it is. Which means the events will be referenced in future seasons. However, the characters that were killed off, they won't be returning. So that means Colin, Lily, Alfred and Mr. Starr, I'm sorry to say, they're gone. As to future seasons, I don't know when Season 3 will be released. I haven't even started it yet. I will try and see about releasing it around New Year's, like I did with Season 2, but I can't make any promises. Okay, with that out the way, I guess I'll get around to the shoutouts now. The first one I want to give is to TrainzInkling78 Productions, formerly known as TrainzEld. I've done a number of voices in his series. It's really good, and you guys should definitely check it out. I'll leave a link for it in the description. Likewise, I'll leave a link to one of the funnier Trains-related channels on YouTube, and that is BSM Iron Panzer Lawl. His content is absolutely hilarious. He's got a series running called the 110th Platoon. And yes, that is where I got the name for the military unit that was used in my series, but his series is a whole lot better, and I strongly advise you guys to check it out. And the final shout out I want to give is to Gamerholic1994. And the reason for that is because of a comment they left several months back on a video of mine in which they made mention to something called freeintcam. And when I saw that, I thought, what's that? So after doing some poking around, I discovered it was a different way of shifting the camera for use in trains, which was very, very exciting actually, because I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that my series and videos up to now have included overwhelmingly static shots. That wasn't just laziness on my part, it was actually just because, for the most part, I didn't know how to use this freeintcam, or more accurately, I didn't know it existed. And it was quite frustrating, really, because nearly every other Thomas-related video on YouTube involves some kind of unique angle or tracking shot or moving shots or whatever, and I just didn't know how to do that, and it was very, very annoying. But thanks to Gamerholic's comment, I've now discovered how that's done. So going forward, my videos will include a lot more movement in the shots. Alright, that's all I can say there. I am still taking story ideas, so if you guys do have any, feel free to post it in the comments down below, or just shoot me an email. You can find my address on the About page of my channel. Okay, I guess that's all I've got to say there. So I'll wrap this up with today's question, which is, what was your favorite speech used in Stories of War? I'm interested to hear what you guys think. The speech that I used for Stalin, if you guys want to know what he actually said, there's a link to it in the description that'll take you to the video I used, which includes subtitles. And I got to admit, when I was looking up audio for Stalin's speech, he certainly didn't sound like what I thought he would. I guess it was just the overly romanticized image that the Communist Party put out about him that made me think he would sound more authoritarian instead of, well, like a wimp. Boy, I'm so glad he's not around today. He'd probably send the KGB after me. Okay, that's all I gotta say there. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.